Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. I've just had a phone call from a trader friend of mine who's offered me a very cheap Audi A4. It's a 2013 2-litre turbo diesel and it's done around 128,000 miles. And in fairness, they always sell well. Now sadly, given I'm not a doctor or a lawyer, this is my job, isn't it? I buy and sell cars. So naturally, I said yes. It's an okay job this, but it's not particularly fulfilling. Sometimes that bothers me. You know, I'm not exactly saving lives. I'm not even saving PDFs. I'm saving DPFs. Anyway, this Audi A4, I was expecting him to ask me around £3,000. In my mind, I was thinking it's probably a £3,000 car trade. It'll probably retail at 4.5. That's what I was thinking. That's purely off the top of my head, by the way. But when we got down to the nuts and bolts, he told me he just wanted £2,000 for it. So I thought, that sounds suspiciously cheap. Rather worryingly, when I asked for a description, he said it looks like something from Tokyo Drift. So I don't really know what to expect. I haven't even seen a picture of this car. But at £2,000, I'm quite intrigued. So we're off to collect it. And I thought I'd bring you guys along for, well, for a bit of a laugh really, more than anything. He's being picked up as we speak by a colleague of mine and taken to the garage for me. What's the worst that can happen? Right, anyway, I shall see you there. Well, I've just stopped by the garage to pick up the keys. I was expecting one, to be honest, but not only have we got two main keys, we've also got a little plastic, I don't know, valet key or whatever it is. Let's kind of look then, shall we? It has been left for me somewhere on this car park. I think he said it was white. Don't see any A4s. Ah, there we go. There we go, right. Yeah, this is a bit Tokyo Drift. We've got the wrong wheels for a start. We've got stickers saying limited edition. It's on Yorkshire plates. It's got a little boot spoiler, which I find deeply offensive. Oh, speaking of deeply offensive, look at the sticker above the TDI badge. Yeah, that's inappropriate, isn't it? We've got vape vents, we've got door guards, we've got S-line stickers, even though I can clearly see that isn't an S-line car. That's a, I don't know, probably a Technic or something. It's got very, very dark glass, like limo spec. What have I done to deserve this, honestly? Let's park up then and go and have a quick tour, shall we? Well, here we are then. Feast your eyes on this. I mean, who am I to judge, really? It isn't what I'd do with an Audi A4 in white, personally, but we're all different, aren't we? We're all different. I think what I might try and do with this is kind of de-pimp my ride. Take off the spoiler. The wheels I think I'll have to stay, even though I don't like them. Just get rid of all this stuff. Take the sticker off the side there, because that's rubbish. Get rid of this, because that's a bit naff, isn't it? Get rid of these, because they're very naff. Oh, look at this, we've got more stickers. Yeah, this is all just a bit rubbish, isn't it? Oh, we've got a nice jazzy. Oh, look at this, gets better inside. We've got a nice steering wheel cover. Manchester B there. Don't like the exhaust pipes either. Yeah, this is all a bit naff. I suppose then we better check it out, hadn't we? Let's see what we can find out about it then. As always then, first I'm going to check this out using Car Vertical. So it's really easy to use this. It just gives you a bit more information about the car. So it'll tell us if it's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage rollback, or has outstanding finance on it. So all you need to do is go to carvertical.com, type in the VIN or the reg. In this case it is Yankee Delta 13 Mike Zulu uniform, and then check vehicle. Now what this does is it checks database in 35 different countries. So it checks hundreds of millions of cars. And I'd really recommend that you do this kind of thing before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike. It's not expensive, and you can save yourself 20% off each and every check that you do if you use my promo code HIGHPEAK. That's HIGHPEAK, H-I-G-H, P-E-A-K, all one word, and you'll get 20% off. I think with a little bit of TLC, a little bit of elbow grease, I could get this looking normal again. If I send it for a valet and ask them to take the window tints off, I think I could get this looking like a normal car. And like that then, the report's ready. Let's check it out then. So, it's never been clocked, there's no outstanding finance, there's no recorded accident damage, that's all good, and it's never been stolen. Very good. Its last MOT was January this year at 119. It's done about 10,000 miles a year, so that's nice and consistent. Average market price for such a vehicle, 8,900 quid. That sounds too strong, to be honest. Like I said at the start, I was expecting this to be a 4 or 5 grand car retail, but maybe it's worth a bit more. I don't think this one is. Let's not get carried away. Ownership changed. We've got a different plate on it at some point. Someone put a private plate on. Right. Well, this then is only like a 2 or 3 in a car. That's all right. Let's have a look inside it then. Oh, snazzy. We've got a hideous steering wheel cover. I mean, you know what? On the bright side, it shows that someone's cared about it, I suppose. If someone's bothered sticking on all these bits, it obviously hasn't been abused or neglected. There we go. I've added value instantly there by removing that hideous thing. We've got some blue. Oh no, they're LEDs, aren't they? I thought this was just sort of some sort of blue sticker, but I think they're LED lights. You ready for this then? Let's fire up. Well, it sounds all right. Oh. So if you press this button here, we've got some LED. Oh, look at this. Very jazzy. What an absolute... Oh, we've got them in the back as well. What on earth? Smells quite nice though. Little summer cotton smells good. No sunglasses, sadly. Right, we're going to turn... I mean... Hang on a minute, we've got another remote down here. Look, what does this do? No, nothing. Why is that not working? Okay, I think I need to remove all this hideous stuff, don't I? There we go. We're adding value straight away. There we go. Oh, wipers are going mad. There we go. Let's get rid of all this tat. It's giving me a headache. This is just a car fire waiting to happen, isn't it, this? What have we got down here? Hang on. Just seen a little note here, high peak Audi. That's because there's only I that would buy something as naff as this. Right, they're going off. Now, service history, it was described as having part service history. Now, from 2011 onwards, Audi have a digital service record, or an online service record, so there's no old-fashioned book. There's a bill here for 4 Avon tyres. That's pretty good. Avon are a decent brand. That was from 2 years ago. There should still be some life left in those then. Shame there's not a receipt for all this LED lighting. I could take it back. Receipt there for an MOT. The current MOT runs out in January. Car Vertical already told us that. There are no advisory items there, so that's good. Another receipt for an MOT. Another receipt for an MOT. Then we've got a pro forma invoice here for, what's this for? £97. Aircon cleaner and aircon service. Right, okay. That's handy as we come into winter. I can't complain though, because most of the cars I get in these days have got broken aircon. Ah, we've got more receipts here in a little pouch. This is positive then. Let me show you this. Got a little wallet here with various receipts. Bear with me a second. This might be good news. There's a receipt there for an oil and filter at 52,000 miles from Rick's Motor Company in Warrington at 52. Okay. Now, I seem to remember it's got Rick's number plates on, RIX. Another receipt there for a deposit paid when he bought it at 52. Ah, this gets better. So in 2021, it had a new timing belt and water pump at 300 quid. That's a result. That's the biggest thing with these, really. The 2-litre diesel engine is quite reliable. But you want to make sure you do the timing belt, otherwise it can snap and then just ruin the engine. It had a full service in 2021 as well. Okay. Right, well, it's got something then, hasn't it? I mean, it's not great, this, but there is some evidence that somebody's looked after it. I would assume as well that up to 52 when the guy bought it, it probably had full Audi history. Yeah, the original bill of sales here for $12,995. Okay. Then we've got various receipts, Audi digital service record. There we go, and if you look at this, this is the online record then. So it was serviced at 31,800 miles in 2015 at Bradford Audi. That was it. then again at 52, then again at 100, and it's had its timing belt. I think I'll give it a service then anyway, give it a service and a fresh MOT, and see what's wrong with it. But I suppose for now, we need to drive it, don't we? And then get it back to the garage and remove all this tat. Just bear with me a second then. The clutch feels okay. I'm going to turn those LED lights off because they give me a headache. We've got front and rear parking sensors. I just need to go back to my old Range Rover now and get my camera mount. Well, between the parking sensors and the flashing disco lights, I'm fully migrained up. Well, the actual clutch feels quite nice. It's quite smooth. There are no warning lights on. We've got a quarter tank of diesel. This might not be the end of the world, you know. I'll just park this dirty diesel in front of the EV charging point here, just while I get my camera gear. Okay, then we're all good to go. Let's see how this thing drives. We've got an auto-dimming rearview mirror, that's good. We've got heated seats, got a full leather interior. It isn't a bad spec than this, is it? For a Technic. I mean, so far, I know I haven't even left the car park yet, but it does drive all right. Gearbox seems nice and slick. I mean, yeah, on the bright side, the fact that somebody's spent a load of money on it and all this tat is kind of evidence that someone's cared for it, isn't it? Granted, it's not my taste, it probably isn't yours either. We've got Bluetooth, that's good. What was the previous owner listening to? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's go on to radio. Smooth FM, okay. I've got no complaints there then. I've just realised the gear lever is aftermarket as well. It's like something you'd pick up on eBay. It's all right though. Pulls all right. I mean, this is kind of the perfect motorway cruiser, isn't it, this? Up and down the motorway, you just want a cheap workhorse. Can't really complain. Although, I'm doing a lot of complaining. But that's mostly just to explain what I can see to you guys. It's not really a complaint, it's more of a... more of me setting the scene. Oh yes, she pulls. Window tint's very, very dark. Very dark. Could develop photographs in the back seat, I bet. I've just realised there's a sticker on the passenger side airbag there that says "The Boss." Not sure what they're the boss of in a 11-year-old Technic 2-litre diesel. It's a 6-speed manual. All the gears are fine, there's no crunching. So we haven't got any worn synchro meshes. This is all pretty good. We've got sat nav. This is all right, you know. I've bought worse. I've bought worse. What should we do then? I think now I know that it at least drives in a straight line and, you know, starts and stops as it should. I think we should get it back to the garage and take off some of this bling. We've got a nice smelling Yankee Candle air freshener there. This is all right, you know. This is all right. For £2,000, it seems like an awful lot of car as well. That's what I'm going to do. In fact, first, I might take it for a quick clean. The outside's pretty dirty, so if I leave it there for a mini valet, I might ask them to take the stickers off with a heat gun. Saves me a job. Should we do that? I think that makes most sense, doesn't it? I mean, look, there's a Seat Leon there with the same sort of bling on, so some people might like it. I prefer originality. Everywhere you go these days, you see 3D reg plates, which I detest. However, who am I to judge? A little bit of creak in there, maybe a CV joint or something like that. But no, this is all right. Fundamentally, it's quite a solid car, this. And it flies. The other good thing with these, I think they're like £35 a year to tax. So very cheap cars to run, really. Let me do that then. Let me go and take it down to my Turkish car wash, and I'll catch up with you later on. Cheers, guys. Well, I'm back with my cheap Audi A4, and I've got a slightly unusual ending for you. That's it there on the ramp. It's currently being worked on, but it's nearly ready. I've got my bill here, so I thought I'd talk you through exactly what it needed. I'm currently standing behind my mechanic's desk. In fact, while I'm here, I might rip up this week's bills. If there's no record of the debt, then there's no debt, is there? So after we last spoke, I took this down to my mechanics for a service and an MOT. I know it was heavily modified with all those flashing LEDs and stuff, but fundamentally I thought it was quite a decent car. Anyway, it was. Now if you remember, I paid just £2,000 for the car, which did seem very cheap. And my bill here is £660.72, and that is for a minor service, 4 new tyres. All the tyres needed to be replaced, so it's had those done. In addition to that, it needed rear brake discs and rear brake pads. It's had its MOT test fee, so as soon as it's done on this ramp, it's going to go next door for its retest. Once it's had that, then it'll be good to go. So like I say, my bill there is £660.72. So the cheap A4 will then owe me £2,660.72. I haven't actually spent any more money on the Audi apart from this. And I've sold it. One of my colleagues at the garage and my brother's best mate, James, was after a car. He bought a Kia Rio from me a couple of years ago, and then the clutch has just gone. But it's a little bit too small for what he needs. So he saw the Audi A4 and thought he quite liked the look of it. So I've agreed to do him a deal. There's no profit in it for me, but it means me taking the Kia Rio back in part exchange with no clutch. So I'll put a clutch in that and then I'll advertise it again, but it doesn't really matter because it's good stock for me. And then he'll get the 2013 Audi A4. So everybody kind of wins. I won't get any profit from this car, but I should get some profit from the Kia Rio. The other good thing is I won't massively overspend on this Audi because James is happy to take it in that condition. All I'm going to do after this is take it for a quick mini valet, and then it's good to go. I opted for Nexon tyres rather than some real cheapo ones, just so it's got a bit more grip as we're coming into winter. He's got a couple of young kids, so I just wanted to make sure that it was as safe as possible, really. So that's about it then, really. So although there's no profit in this Audi A4, I'm not too bothered because there should be a little bit of profit in the Kia Rio that's coming in part exchange. I would say even by the time I've done the clutch and stuff and given it a service, a clean, there should still be maybe £800 profit in that one. So all in all, it was still worthwhile doing. And I know the Kia Rio in question is low mileage, so it's good forecourt stock for me. I've managed to de-bling it a little bit. I managed to take off those vape vents that I didn't really like, and I took out some of the LED lights and some of the stickers that I found a bit offensive. As for the wheels, I'm just going to keep them as they are because James didn't mind them, and he even wasn't that bothered about the spoiler, so why make more work for myself? It's kind of a case of each to their own anyway. Sounds alright. Right, on that note then, I'm going to move myself from behind this desk before I get roped into any work, but I just want to say thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, cheers guys. See you next time.